Was good, y'all boys? You know what I'm saying? We gonna start this channel off. I mean, I'm not gonna really name it like a car channel, to be honest. I'm probably gonna name it like Certified Guapo. That's just my name, really. Because I don't want to just specifically do it for just car. I want to like mix it up, like car. If I want to upload some gaming content, we throw in some gaming content in there. If I want to throw in some, I don't know, some other stuff, like whatever, like a versatile channel, you know what I'm saying? But introduction to the car. This is Betsy. This is old Betsy. My 1998 CG6 Honda Accord. Now, these can come in either the 4-cylinder or the 6-cylinder, which would be the H series. I think it's the H22A, but I have the 6-cylinder automatic with the J30A1. So, a little bit of backstory with this car. I'm starting a little late. I've already done like little modifications to my taste for the car, just like budget, you know what I'm saying? Like a budget build. But, I'll throw up some pictures when I edit the video. I'll throw in some pictures and like videos of what the car was like stock. I've had the car since like June, for about maybe like 6 months now. When I bought the car originally. Okay, so originally this car is grandma kept. It's grandma owned. My dad's friend's mom owned the car, whatever. Then the transmission went out. Sold it to my dad for like $500. He put a used transmission in it, sold it to my grandma. She drove it. Then around the time when I got the money and got a job to start looking for cars, I was looking on Facebook Marketplace and whatnot. They were putting this car up for sale for like $3,500, but the transmission was on the way out. So she offered to sell it to me for $1,500, and then I found a transmission in like the same day for like $750. So I went and picked up the transmission and installed the transmission into the car over a course of like, I think it was a day. I did it in a day. Me and my dad did it in a day in like 5 hours. Like, honestly, not bad. That's like normal shop time on like a lift and whatnot. But we did it at home in the carport. But so total buying the car plus putting the transmission in, it was about like $2,200. I don't know if you want to do the math. I'm not gonna do the math. I'm just gonna rough estimate it. But about $2,200. I still have all my stock parts in a bin, like airbox. The first two things I did when I bought the car was I bought a blue intake. I'll show you. It was like $40. Like, everything Honda's cheap. The only problem with this, not problem, but the only thing with this car that's not cheap sometimes is, once again, this is a CG6 Accord. It's not like a 7th gen or a 5th gen, you know what I mean? Like, this is kind of the generation of Accord that's in between, like the weird one. Like, nobody really like buys these, I guess you could say. So the aftermarket support is kind of limited. Low-key, I'm gonna check my oil. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, this is gonna be an introduction to the video, but I'm gonna get some paper towel here and I'm gonna check my oil because, but this is the intake. It's if you can see, it's a blue filter, like $4. I bought the headlights. The headlights was after. The first two was the intake, and I bought a sound system. I bought 2 front Alpine speakers for the front doors, and then I bought let me show you. I have the box, actually. I have the box. So, these are my transmission mounts. I'll get into that later. I think these were ones, these were my door speakers. Alpine door speakers, replaced those. It sounds pretty good. My dad had a single 12. I bought an amp for like $70, whatnot, a little wire kit, $30. And I bought these ones, which are these rear speakers right here. I've yet to install them, but I'm going to install them. I have a rear view camera here, actually, too. Yeah, where is it? Where is it? Yeah, I have a little rear view camera right here, but I've also yet to install it, but just been lazy. But I'm gonna do it. But yeah, the first thing I did was install a sound system and intake, because me personally, the type of person I am, music is my therapy. I need my music. Like, if my music isn't bumping and sounding like good and whatnot, I'm not I'm not happy. But let me check my oil here. Actually, I don't know if I can like prop this phone up a little bit. Like, check my oil. It's not really gonna. Okay, it might stay. I don't know. It might stay. Alright. Okay. Let's check that oil, baby. Come on, Betsy. Okay. As you can see, oil is good. When you check the oil, I learned from experience, being an idiot. The oil should always be above the second level. That's this second little hole. The second little hole, the oil should always be above there. So oil looks good. Oil's fine. Now we're gonna check the transmission fluid. One thing with this car I've always had problems with is the transmission is like terrible. Not terrible, but it has its problems. You see, oil is good. We're chilling on that. Just gotta check sometimes. It's a Honda. But alright, oil's checked. So actually, I'll get into the other stuff first. Before I do that, I won't fully close this because we're gonna get back to that. We got some stuff to talk about in there. But I got the lights. I had ended up getting 2 extra speakers because I thought I had a door speaker on each side of the rear doors, but I don't. It's only a 4-speaker sound system. So I returned those, got like $45 left, and then I paid $40 more, and I got these headlights for $80. They're chrome housing smoked headlights, right? Over time, I spray painted the emblem, the front one and the rear one, black. I spray painted my side skirts black, my mudguards to a better black. So I wouldn't say I couldn't afford, but I couldn't afford to get a rear lip at the time. So there's this bottom part of my bumper that's the same line, like that matches up with the side skirts, and it gives it a little angle like the rear lip. I can put up like a picture of what the rear lip would look like versus this, and it's pretty similar. So I just spray painted the bottom black, and it gives it that nice like rear lip effect. Honestly, I really like it. I put rain guard visors. I put a little sticker. This is just me. This is like a personal thing. I like this. I like it. I saw it on Amazon. I was like, I'm gonna get it. Another mod. I got a Type R front lip, so gave the car a lot more aggression. Rims are stock. Honestly, I like the stock rims. They're 15s with 175 tires, but 205s are supposed to be on here. When I got the car, they had 175s on them because my dad got a good deal on 5 brand new tires. So he just threw 175s. But they're supposed to be wider tires on here. But now, if you're wondering why there's a lot of rust, during the time that we had a bad hurricane over here in Florida, South Florida, I'm in Broward County, we had a super bad hurricane, and it was raining every day. And I had to do my brakes, but because it was raining every day, I didn't do my brakes and whatnot. So ended up having a lot of brake dust build up and rust with the water, and it kind of like sprayed on the side of the car. So I need some paint correction. There's like scratches. This was never here before. Somebody hit me when I was parked or something. But yeah, I'm gonna refurbish the rims. Like, see, this one isn't bad. The clear coat's just messed up. But I'm gonna refurbish the rims. I'll make another YouTube video on me refurbishing the rims, like sanding them down, fixing the clear coat, bringing it, like restoring them. I plan to spray paint this trim black, But in due time, I want to get a roof spoiler here. I need to fix the clear coat on the roof, but the whole car needs paint correction. The paint isn't terrible, but there are imperfections that I need to fix, that I would like to fix too, because I want this car to look good. Roof spoiler. I like my stock spoiler, to be honest. I'll blur out my license plate. I honestly don't care right now. But I like my stock spoiler, but I want to get rid of it and get like a duck bill, like those little duck bills. And I feel like it'll give the car a lot more aggression in the rear. But, I mean, oh, and I have, this is also a little odd. Oh no, I hit the door with my phone. This guy, big chillin', you know what I'm saying? We can look at the interior. It came with the carbon fiber steering wheel cover, but I'll get into why it's so dirty. This is the only seat that is like messed up and whatnot, but I have this to protect the dash, but honestly, like, it's like super clean, good condition. See, the leather's in good, tan leather. You won't find another CG6, or it's hard to find another CG6 Accord with original tan leather that's in good condition, and good condition on the exterior. So you can see the rear is pretty good condition. Like, honestly, that's one thing I love about the car. There's little imperfections on the interior that I gotta fix, but who cares, you know what I mean? I'm gonna do that later, but they're not like my biggest worry. So let's get into this car. So the body. So originally, I had the car for 4 months, and about a month and a half ago, I was coming home from my cousin's house. It was like 12, and I, like, down the street, car downshifted by itself. I was like, that's weird. I didn't hit the brakes yet. Why is it downshifting? Then I started slowing down. The wheel locked up because the car turned off. I pull into the gas station. You know, I'm over here thinking it's a battery or something. I'm trying to start it. It's like, I can put a video into this video, a clip of me trying to start the car. It sounded like somebody was having a drum solo in the engine. So I ran home, got my dad. He came over, he tried to start it, and he was like, bro, motor's blown. I'm like, damn. Me, I'm not the type of person to just start crashing out and, like, overreacting. I guess you could say, like, I keep calm, and all I said was, like, all right, how much is the new motor, and, like, when can we do it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, worry about the next step. So the body has 181k miles. This new motor has about 165k on the motor. The old motor, I had a bad valve cover leak and everything. So, like, the whole car, like, everything here is, like, sludgy. Honestly, I want to clean it, but we'll see if I get to it. To be honest, I'll get to it, but not now. But before that, before the motor blew, I had no problems with the car. It gave me no problems whatsoever. Like, I had no codes, I had no check engine light, no lights, nothing. But I will be honest, now that I blew the motor and I'm looking back at the past 4 months and how I was driving the car, I was dogging the car, to be honest. Now that I look back on it, I was dogging the car, like dogging it. You know what I mean? Like, thinking it's a race car. Because, I mean, like, I grew up, I guess you could say from like 14 to 16, I grew up learning how to drive in Beamers. I learned how to drive in Beamers. So, and I was, like, around a lot of Beamers in the car scene in Miami. So I'm in, like, fast M4s. I'm in all these other Beamers. Like, I'm exploring the Beamer world. I'm driving these Beamers. I'm in them. I'm doing this. I'm this and this. Car meets, street drifting, all this, everything. You know what I mean? And I got into this car. I got my first car finally, and I was like, oh, yeah, hell yeah. And I'm over here thinking it's a Beamer, and I'm dogging it, you know what I mean? But every kid that gets their first Honda, dogs it and whatnot. But after one blown motor, I'm matured. I am matured. I don't have to drive fast all the time. I can drive at a normal pace and have my fun here and there. But This motor is like really good. Like I have a video of me like recording it in the U-Haul, and I have a video of the old motor, but the inside, there's no sludge. It's clean, it's intact. Like whoever had the motor like kept it in good condition. They kept up on their oil changes and whatnot. It only costed me $400 and like $150 for like a full tune-up, like valve cover, gasket, spark plugs, ignition coil, distributor caps, distributor rotors, distributor wires, the whole shabam and whatnot. It took me about a month to fix the car, so I had the Uber to work for like a minute, and that was honestly killing my money. So I got into a little bit of a dry patch, you could say, and now I want to do a lot of the stuff with this car, but honestly, I don't have to rush it. I could take my time with it and enjoy the car, really, because also too, like, soon I'm moving to a new house, and moving into a new house, you gotta get like furniture, this and this, fix up the yard. We have dogs, so we gotta fix up the fence and all that. You know what I mean? Like a bunch of money that I have to put in and whatnot. And while in my situation, help my dad back on his feet after a whole thing and whatnot. But honestly, yeah, I'm in a little bit of a dry patch with money for the next like 2 months. But as the car is now, I'm happy with it. Like, honestly, like, I want to lower it. These are 15s. I like the original rims. I'm gonna restore them. But like, look at this gap. We gotta lower that, man. And I'll throw maybe like some 17s. Like, I want to lower it, throw on some 17s, some nice rims, paint corrections, ceramic coat, JDM mirrors. Eventually, I want a new front bumper. I want the coupe front bumper with the fog lights, and then change the front lip. Or I could just put the front lip on that one. I probably would do that. So get a new front bumper. Honestly, thug it out like this with that thing. But eventually, I want to get what is called a Wings West lip kit. It's a full lip kit: front lip, side skirts, and rear lip. I want to put that, lower the car on rims, and it would just change the whole look of the car. Taillights are already smoked, but to be honest, I think I'm going to smoke them more, because at nighttime you can see they're more smoked, but I don't think they're dark enough. So I gotta smoke more of those. I gotta smoke it to be darker, put darker tint. One of my brake lights isn't working, but I'll get to that. There's little things. Overall, the car is clean. Like, I love this car. It's honestly a great car. It's a great first car. I plan to keep this car for a long time. I got the car at 177k miles. I put 4k miles on it, dogged the hell out of it, didn't check the oil, didn't do nothing maintenance wise. All I did was brakes and a power steering hose, because I was just so excited to have the car and drive it that I forgot to think about the longevity of it. Blew the motor. After one blown motor, I'm more mature, and now it's good. It's good. So now this motor it's definitely a healthy V6, has a lot of life in it. I can just feel it. The only problem that I've always had with this car is the transmission has 85k miles on it, right? I had bought it with 80k. I put like 5k. It's a low mileage transmission, but I got it out of a junkyard that was sitting for a while. So when I got it at like 20 miles per hour, I think it's like second gear, it kind of like it thumps. But in like around February or the month after, I plan to take the car to my boy's shop, or to my dad's boy's shop, and he'll have the car for like a week and have him rebuild the transmission. And he told me like only like $600. So $600, I bought the transmission for $750. So if I'm gonna pay $600, instead of getting a whole different transmission, I just rebuild this one. And he told me when he rebuilds it, it'll shift like butter. Like, it'll be pristine. So, put a nice, new, healthy motor in the car and rebuild the tranny. This car will be pristine, and it'll last me a long time, and it'll drive amazing. That's my plan with this. So I'm not gonna lie, this car, I have the color in the door jamb. It says it's a gold, and I've seen the gold on these cars. This car is not gold. It's like a silver, but a little bit of hints of gold and like yellow lighting. So I think this car has been repainted before. I don't think it's been crashed. I'm pretty sure it hasn't been crashed. Like, it doesn't give me any signs of being crashed except for like certain things, like, you know, obviously little dents and whatnot, and all that, and, you know, like here, like little dents and whatnot. But that's just like, you know, I guess some PDI, or, but like this door isn't in line with the door jamb, and this isn't like the color that it says it is. It's the same color. So I think at one point it was repainted, but I like my color. So, but honestly, overall, this car is great. For the motor swap, I got all new motor mounts. I put them on. I have the new tranny mounts, as I showed in the trunk earlier. New tranny mounts. I have to change those. I haven't changed them yet. The only thing right now is I just replaced a third oil pressure transmission switch. It's like $10 if I were to order it, but because I needed it that day, so my car was like good and I didn't want to have any problems, I paid like $50, but who cares, whatever. The only thing is I have a check engine light for idle air control system. So what I think it is my butterfly right here is getting like stuck, and not getting stuck, but I think like the butterfly is getting a little stuck. So I think I need a new throttle body. For now, it's good. It's not a major problem. But once I get my money back and I get some money, I'm gonna change the throttle body. But overall, bro, this motor is great. It's honestly, it sounds like a healthy V6. It has a lot of life. It's super clean. It's intact. It's running great. It's running good. The car is running good. I had to break in the motor, so for about like 5 days I was driving everywhere, but like at like 60 miles per hour, and it made me realize like I don't have to drive fast all the time. Like, I can have fun and just chill and just drive at a normal speed, and it honestly matured me a little bit, so it gave me some more patience, but have my fun here and there. So after I broke in the motor, I had a little fun here and there. You know, I didn't dog it, but I had to, you know, push it a little bit to see if it's okay. It's all good. It pushed good. It ran well. I'm not dogging it like I was before. So this car is gonna be here for a while. I plan to have this car for a long time. I plan to keep this car. Obviously, in the future, you know, this only comes with like 200 horsepower and it's automatic. Obviously, in the future, I'm going to want something that's better handling, more power, a little more modern and luxurious, but I'm not getting rid of this car. I would get that car, keep this as the reliable daily, get the other car as my project car, and if it breaks, I can still have something to go to work and reliably go places and whatnot. Meanwhile, and that's my plan with that. Yeah, when I lower it, coilovers, camber arms, it'll make the car handle a lot better too. But honestly, overall, like, I love this car. It's a great car. It's a great first car. And being honest, nobody really has this car. Like, I don't see too many people with this car on the road, and I don't see people modding out this car to begin with. Like, I have a couple people that I know have the car, and I've met a lot of people or heard like people who've had the cars, but they've had the car. They didn't like mod it and be in, like, I guess you could say, the car scene with it. But I like that in every car, every CG6 Accord on the road I see, it's an old person driving it. It's a piece of junk. Its paint's messed up. It's crashed. Headlights, everything is all messed up. It's terrible. Mine is in good condition. Now, the reason that the car is super dirty and I need the detail in and all these oil prints, and there used to be a pin up here. I gotta remove the adhesive, but when I paint correct it, it needs to be washed inside and outside. I detail. I know how to detail. I have all the equipment at my house, so I just do it myself. I could, but the car was sitting for a month. carport with no motor, so that's why it's so dirty. But I gotta clean it. Probably clean it this weekend, honestly. Or not this weekend. I'll probably clean it like sometime next week when I move into the new house. But yeah, nobody really mods this car. The aftermarket support is but it's not great. I have a lot of plans for this car, and I see a lot of potential with this car too. Overall, you see it's good. Like, it looks clean. Like, it's honestly, I love the way that the car looks. It's clean. And especially when I lower it, rims, rear roof spoiler, new wing, and all the little stuff, is gonna make the car look 10 times better, like 100 times better. But nobody really mods this car. That's why I also want to keep this car, because nobody really has this car and mods it out. So I want to be like, I love this car, and I'm gonna be like, not the only guy, but I'm gonna mod it out and personalize it to my taste and the way I want to do it and how I like it. And the shorties, low-key the shorties walking their dogs, you know what I'm saying? But we're not gonna talk about that. But yeah, like, nobody really has this car, so if I really like personalize this to the way that I want it and put my future plans and visions for this car, I think, damn, low key, she kind of bad though. Anyways, I'm playing, guys. I have a girl, guys. I'm joking. I have a girl. I don't know if she's gonna see this, but you know what I'm saying? Let me chill. Just jokes for the videos, guys. Just jokes. But yeah, nobody has this car, man. And I love this car. Like, look at it. It looks so clean. This car is beautiful. This is Betsy. This is old Betsy. I don't care what you say. This is an old Jewish lady. Her name is Betsy. And how I'm going to have this car in the next, year or whatnot, this car is going to stand out, and it's going to look super clean, and it's going to be super fire. And yeah, man, I'm not going to lie. Like, I have a lot of plans for this car, and a lot of also plans for the channel. I want to start the YouTube. I was going to start it, when I got the car, but then I didn't really get into it. Started modding the car little by little, and honestly just just didn't do it. So 2025 came about. My boy was like, I'm gonna start my YouTube channel. He just got his car. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna finally do it. I was talking about it, and I'm gonna do it. So here I am doing it. I also, when the new headlights, I put my old headlight bulbs from the old one there, so I have new headlight, like the white ones, coming in for that, so it'll make it look a whole lot better. But yeah, man, that's it, to be honest. Like and subscribe. Stay tuned for the next video and whatnot. I have a lot of plans and videos to come out for this car, and a lot of other stuff. I want to experiment, and I gotta get used to, I guess you could say, I'm not in the camera right now, but when I start getting in the camera, I have to get used to talking to the camera like I'm just talking to myself or talking to somebody, so that I can get a little more comfortable. But obviously, in time, progress, and whatnot. So yeah, boys, like and subscribe. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and whatnot. This is Betsy. I'm certified guapo. I'm out.